Biologists have classified relationships in nature into three types. Try to examine which one of these best describes your current relationship with your significant other. Firstly, commensalism. In this type of relationship, one party benefits while the other doesn't really lose or gain anything in particular. For example, the relationship between remoras and sharks. Remoras consume the shark's leftovers, but the shark doesn't really lose or gain anything from having the remoras around. Secondly, mutualism. In this type of relationship, both parties benefit from one another. For example, the relationship between bees and flowers. The flowers are able to pollinate with the aid of the bees, and the bees collect the flowers' sweet nectar to sustain the hive. They both gain something from one another. Thirdly, parasitism. In this type of relationship, one party benefits while the other loses. For example, the relationship between parasitic shrubs and trees. The parasitic shrubs feed on the tree, while the tree grows weaker and weaker. Another example is parasitic worms in living creatures. The worms live in the intestines and feed on the nutrients from the food ingested by and intended for its host, while the host slowly withers and dies. At this point, you might be asking yourself, are there any relationships in nature where both parties lose and yet they still stay together? Reading the biological article up to this point, I am highly surprised to find that only humans engage in this type of relationship. In nature, animals actively avoid any situation that may be detrimental to their survival. Their instincts are solely based on self-preservation. For example, dogs will not drink an excessive amount of alcohol if it's poured into their water bowl because they can sense that it's bad for them. We humans, on the other hand, will drink alcohol knowing full well that it isn't good for us in any way. We rationalize that the damage to our bodies isn't that serious in the long run, despite evidence proving otherwise. Likewise, we stay in an abusive relationship even when we know full well that it's a horrible situation for both parties. We rationalize that it's okay because we're too afraid to be alone. So, what kind of relationship do you have with your loved one? Commensalism, where one benefits while the other doesn't lose anything? Mutualism, where both sides benefit from being in the relationship? Parasitism, where one side sucks the life out of the other while the other slowly withers and dies? Or the last one, where both parties lose? Biologists don't have a name for this type of relationship because even microorganisms don't behave this way. We humans are supposed to be the smartest creatures on Earth. So I really hope that we will not use our intelligence to trick ourselves into thinking that what is bad is what is good. This is Kay signing off. Till next time, be peaceful, be powerful.